Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something super interesting called CrewAI. It's this awesome framework that basically lets you build, well, your very own AI dream team.
All right, let's get into it. You know, most of the time, we're just talking to one AI at a time, right? But what if? What if you could get a whole team of specialized AIs to work together? That's what we're going to unpack today. How to build a crew of agents that team up to crack really complex problems.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever been in the middle of a huge project, just totally swamped, and thought, man, I wish I had a team of experts right now? You know, like a researcher, a writer, an editor, all on standby? Well, that's the exact problem CrewAI is built to solve. It gives you that team, but in the form of AI agents.
Okay, think about it like this. You're planning a massive party, a really big one. You're not going to hire just one person to handle everything, right? Of course not. You'd get someone for the food, someone else for the decorations, and definitely someone for the music. It's all about getting the right expert for the right job.
And that, right there, is exactly how an AI crew works. It's the same logic. You assign different jobs to different specialized agents. Each one has its own LLM brain, maybe some specific tools like internet access, and they all work together towards that one big goal. It's like role-based teamwork, but completely automated.
So what's the magic behind all this? Well, the framework that pulls it all together is called CrewAI. Let's really break down what it is and how it makes this kind of sophisticated AI teamwork even possible.
Okay, so what is CrewAI really? At its heart, it's an open-source framework that lets you orchestrate all these different AI agents so they can collaborate. And the key thing to remember here is that each agent gets a specific role. This isn't one AI trying to be a jack of all trades. Nope. It's a team of specialists, each designed to tackle one piece of a complex puzzle. And that makes the whole process way more efficient and the results just so much better.
So you're probably wondering, all right, this sounds cool, but how do I actually build one of these crews? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. It all boils down to a few core components. Let's look at the fundamental building blocks you'll need to assemble your team.
Yeah, it really just comes down to 4 simple steps. First, you define your team members, your agents. Second, you give them their assignments, their tasks. Third, you bring them all together to form the crew. And finally, the fun part, you kick off the whole thing and just watch them go to work.
All right, step 1, the agent. This is your individual AI specialist. Think of it like creating a job profile. You give it a role, like senior market researcher. Then you give it a very clear goal, like find the top 3 trending topics in renewable energy. And here's a really cool part. You give it a backstory. This backstory basically gives it context, skills, a persona. It's super important because it primes the AI to act like an expert, which makes its work way more focused and way higher quality. You're basically writing a super detailed job description for your AI.
Okay, you've got your agent. Now what? You give it a task. This is its specific to-do list item. You write a clear description of exactly what needs to be done. And this is crucial. You define the expected output. Telling it what a good job looks like is key. It removes any guesswork and makes sure the agent knows precisely what you're looking for.
And last but not least, you put it all together and assemble the crew. The crew is kind of like the project manager of the whole operation. It takes all your individual agents, all their specific tasks, and weaves them into a single collaborative workflow. The crew also decides how they work together. Maybe it's sequential, where one agent's finished work becomes the next agent's starting point. The crew handles all that orchestration.
Okay, that's a lot of theory. So let's make it real. We're going to go back to our party planning idea and see exactly how these pieces, the agent, the task, and the crew, come together to build a working party planning bot.
So check this out. Here's our party planning crew. We've defined our agents, right? We've got a main party planner for the big picture strategy. We have a food and beverage coordinator, a decorator, and even an agent for entertainment and guest relations. See how each role has a super specific and different goal. That's the whole idea. Now that we have our team of experts, we give each one a specific task that fits their role perfectly. The party planner gets the task of creating the master plan. The decorator is told to handle the venue decorations. The food coordinator focuses on catering. It's a perfect division of labor. Everyone stays in their lane and does what they do best. And here's where the magic happens. A single command, kickoff, and the whole team just springs into action. You can actually see it in the system log here. The crew starts its work, it assigns that first task, and boom, the party planner agent is already working on its goal. The whole automated workflow just comes to life right before your eyes. Okay, so party planning is a fun way to get the idea, for sure.
But the real power of CrewAI, the game-changing stuff, is in its professional and business applications. So let's talk about some of those real-world use cases.
Right. So, what can you do with an AI crew besides throwing the perfect party? Where can a dedicated AI team really truly make a difference on tough, real-world problems?
Honestly, the possibilities here are huge. Just imagine a content creation team. You could have one agent that does all the research online, another agent that writes the first draft of an article, and a third agent that polishes and edits it for publication. Or think about software development. You could have a crew where one agent writes the code, another one reviews it for bugs, and a third runs all the tests. And all of this is happening automatically, in the background.
So at the end of the day, CrewAI gives you this amazing framework to automate those really complicated, multi-step jobs by putting a team of specialized AI experts right at your fingertips. And that really leads to one big, powerful question. What's the first complex problem you would give your own AI crew to solve?